So, hi, Carmen. You have a great question about the best self journal and I think goal setting as well. And I thought, why don't I just do a video? Okay, so true to be honest about goal setting, you don't need to use the best self journal. This is just a tool that I use. There's many tools out there that can help you with goal setting. First, let's start with maybe a general premise. Juliet Aurora, shout out to her. She's very big on SMART goals. In fact, she was the one that was very compassionate with me and explained to me what SMART goals are one day. And I was very thankful for her mentorship when she did that for me. So SMART goals are, first of all, they have to be bite-sized goals. If you're looking for world domination, it's likely not going to be an obtainable goal. I've tried that. It just hasn't panned out so far. So small bite-sized goals, because what you want to feel is gratitude, and I'll explain how that works in the Best Self Journal in a moment. So SMART goals are, it's an acronym. So S is specific, M is measurable, A is achievable, R is relevant, and T is timed. And there's many forms out there on Google. You can just search them. You just want to make sure that whatever goal you're selecting has those 5 attributes to be successful. Okay, now on to the Best Self Journal. So I know you guys are kind of shocked. I'm not typically a paper girl, but this is paper with purpose, and you'll see me with this always. It looks a little different than the one that comes in the mail because my husband bought me the leather-bound version, which is super cute. So the main thing about, and this is my today. So how this works for me, and it works differently for different people, okay? So how I use the Best Self Journal system is each week, each Sunday night, I sit down, look at my calendar, and write it out in my journal. That's one thing I find is really helpful. So I have my online calendar, I have online bookings, stuff like that. But I write it in the journal here because that really helps me focus on what the heck is happening this week and where are the pitfalls for my attention to be distracted, and where do I need to hyper focus to get the results I want. Mainly the reason why I do this is because I want to be in control. Yes, it's a big shock to some of you. I'm a type A personality, but I want to be able to create my own life, not have it dictated to me with emergencies. We call them firefighting as well. So the Best Self Journal helps me to be proactive instead of reactive to my time. And when you're in a reactive zone, you're not accomplishing goals. You don't feel fulfilled. It's just a very kind of dark feeling. And I know that because I've been there. So the Best Self Journal, what I do is I'll write out, you can do this every day. Like I said, I do it every week, and I just have a process with my assistant. You know, new appointments go to the following week because I've trained my team and my clients to be proactive, not reactive. So I'll write out what's important during the week on this, it's like a 6 to 9 kind of schedule here. Obviously, sometimes I plan things after 9 p.m. because I have 3 little daughters in the house, and sometimes I work when they're sleeping. But anywho, what this does is it helps me hyper-focus on time blocks. I find 2-hour time blocks work really well to accomplish a task well. You don't want to give something your attention. You want to give it your focus, and you want to have it done right. So it helps me list out what I'm doing, where the important thing is for the day and stuff like that. So I do that at the beginning of the week. It's here. Obviously, it changes during the week because things pop up, opportunities pop up, things like that. But this is how I get started. The night before, I'll look at the next day. What are the targets? Where are my risks? That's what I'm looking for. Where are the risks for me to be potentially distracted? Because distracted costs me money. And I don't like that. I like being hyper-focused. I liked knowing that processes are going to get done. My clients are going to be happy, that everything's in tune with my values and my goals. So I review this in the morning. There's a great section about gratitude here. So what's important about goal setting is in order for it to be meaningful, you have to feel grateful for it. You have to feel some sort of feeling. Maybe it's something else other than gratitude, but gratitude is something that pops up for a lot of people. So what is it that you're grateful for? And for me, sometimes it's not just business, because my life is all about business, my personal life, my passion for figure skating. So all of it is mashed together in this system. Like, I'll be happy that I landed a double loop, or I'll be happy that I didn't burn dinner, or I'm really happy for my husband who helped fix the door. Or I'm happy that I got a new client. Whatever the case is, it's all mixed together here, and it provides me with a really well-rounded feeling of life in general. The next thing is your goal. So you can tie your goal to another system that the Best Self Journal has. I'll be honest with you, it's okay. It doesn't work for me, but it doesn't mean it doesn't work for other people as well. And it's a way to achieve, how many weeks is it? Yeah, 13 weeks. That's what I thought. Within 13 weeks, how to obtain a goal. I'm usually so detailed oriented that I get to that point because I'm so persistent. Some people say tenacious. Anywho, so your goal, what is your goal? What is it you're trying to achieve? What is your overall goal that you're trying to achieve? Is it attracting a new client? Is it a greater systemization in your practice? Is it something personal? And then you list today's targets, 3. And I think 3 is great. We only have so much time, but these are things like if you want to have a great day, these are your 3 targets that you just need to nail. You need to get them done. So it could be migrations. It could be something personal again. It could be networking. That's really important to me, so networking as well. Then at the end of the day, what you do is you look at your lessons learned. So before I go to bed at night, I look at my lessons learned. What did I learn? Every day should be a learning opportunity. You should be learning every day. You should be going outside of your comfort zone and learning something. So I write that down. And I'm very honest with myself. It's like, oh, if I put down that I screwed up a call, I'm going to write it down. I learned to be more attentive. I learned to listen better. I write it down because there's something powerful about doing that. And then what are your wins for the day? What is it that made today great? You need to feel grateful at the end of the day too. Your life needs to have meaning. And that's where I find the Best Self Journal really helps. And then at the end of the day, 3 things you're grateful for as well. So that's what I do. And I find it's really helpful. It keeps me accountable. It sits on a little stand right there. And I look back and forth. And sometimes if I get a call, an opportunity, and somebody's like, can I have 5 minutes of your time? I look very quickly over and I go, okay, yes, at this time. Or what can I move that maybe is something that's not important? What are one of my goals or one of my things I wanted to do today that maybe I can do later in the evening or build time for later in the week to do that. So I find that this is a great way to keep me accountable to my personal life with my family, my personal goals with figure skating, and my business as well. So I hope that this has inspired you to look at goal setting. And like I said, it doesn't have to be the Best Self Journal system. There's several of them out there. And I hope to hear what your goals are in the very near future. Take care.